everyone, welcome to another episode of the Shine Project's video log series. I'm so glad you tuned in today. Hope you're having a great start for the week. Hope you had a great Monday. So today I'm just going to share a little about dealing with disappointments. Disappointments come in all shapes, sizes, and no one is exempt from it. Disappointments happen because sometimes we don't get what we hope for or what we expect for. Sometimes it is our desires which is unfulfilled. Sometimes it's also trust that we put on someone but it's broken. So all this leads to disappointments, and it's so important to deal with disappointments the right way, because when we don't, disappointment leads to discouragement. Discouragement leads to despair, and despair unchecked and undealt with can lead to depression. Now when we are in depression, that's going to affect our mind, it's going to affect our life, and that's not the life that God wants us to live. So there are a few ways that I personally use when facing with disappointment. The first thing that I normally do is I face it. Sometimes we tend to sweep things under the carpet. We don't want to think about these experiences that makes us feel uncomfortable. But I think one of the most important thing to do is to face that disappointment. If it is a person who disappointed you, you face it. If it's a circumstance or an event that happened that disappointed you, it's so important to face it, to acknowledge it, and know that it happened. The second thing that I normally do when I face with disappointment is I take stock of my emotions and my feelings. It's perfectly fine to be angry when you're disappointed. It's perfectly fine to hurt sometimes when you are disappointed. It's perfectly fine to feel all that, but the most important thing is we must be able to take control of those feelings. Reroute, not the emotions rule. Don't let these emotions consume you and just cloud your vision and your mind, and then it just gets ugly. So it's very important to take stock of your emotions and feelings. And the third thing I always do is let it go. It's so important to allow yourself to face all these feelings and come to terms with all that, and then you come to a point where you decide to let it go, you pick yourself up and you move on. And throughout this journey, I have 3 verses that I like to share with you that have always helped me with dealing with my disappointments. The first one is Romans 8:28, where it says, all things work together for good for those who love God and who are called according to His purpose. So go check that verse out. It is so encouraging to know that God is always there. The second verse is in Jeremiah 17 verses 7 and 8. Blessed is the man who put his trust in the Lord, whose hope is in God, because God never fails. And the third one is Psalms 84:11, where it says that God will not withhold anything good from those who walk uprightly. So everyone who's watching, I hope that you go check out these verses and let it really speak to you, because we are daughters of God and disappointments don't last forever. So let's learn from it, let's move on, let's stand on the promises of God. Remember that His joy and His love for you runs deeper than your despair. So have a great week, hope you're blessed, and we'll catch you soon. Bye!